Alright, we're back. The akula launched on us. We're trying to run away from him. We launched a snapshot and return. Pretty close to him. There's a good... okay, I should probably be heading deep, shouldn't I? There's a good chance this torpedo might actually like get us here. Because they have a range of, what, 26 nautical miles? So he launched with 10 nautical miles to go in this launch window. So it would have to cover, what, 16 nautical miles? At 15 knots. I think we could outrun it, actually. I think we could. So yeah, we're heading down. We're bringing in the toad. It's basically back in, so juice me up to flank and let's get the hell out of here. We launched countermeasures. I'm currently maneuvering to get back in behind them, try and foil that torpedo again. Okay. Yes, very good. That is fine. Just get me out of here. Yep, we're just about beneath the layer here now. And we're running. I'm not sure when to expect the torpedo to get to us. Probably just about the time my torpedo gets about halfway there, its torpedo should be about halfway to me. So it's definitely catching up. Probably should have started running away at flank earlier instead of at standard. But no matter. We're just cooking and booking, we're hauling. We're getting out of here. And that is good. Yeah, we'll be at this waypoint no time flat. I had figured out the math at one point to determine if a torpedo will actually catch up to you or not, but I can never remember it. I always tell myself I'm going to, and whenever I figure it out, it's like, oh yeah, duh, that's how you do it, but I can never remember it. Actually, I think it's based on like the distance between it and the speed. You have to figure out. I can never remember it. I'm just gonna sit here trying to figure it out instead of commenting and making a video. So deal with that later. Right now we're just trying to run away and get away from this damn torp. So that's what we're doing. Got our countermeasures between ourselves and the torp, and that's the best thing you want to do. You want to always make sure your countermeasures are between you and the torp. If you're just off by a little bit, the torp will just ignore the hell out of your countermeasures. But if you're on the same line of bearing, it's harder for it to make up its mind. At least that's been my experience. So yeah, we cut the wire on this torp. He's just running out there. It's more or less a snapshot, refined snapshot. We already had a solution up on him, so I just launched on that instead of doing a pure snapshot. But he'll be enabling. When will he be enabling? Right around this point here. My Mark 48 will start enabling. If the akula is probably already running because he's got a torpedo that's constant bearing to him right now, so our torpedo probably won't catch him, but it'll at least make the akula get really far away from us, so we can just get out of here at that point, just head toward the waypoint, just try and avoid him. Because it seems like we have bigger fish to fry in terms of this group right now than a submarine. But I'm just going to continue on this bearing. For some reason, when the torps seem to acquire countermeasures, they stop pinging, which is problematic because you don't know if like the torpedo is still out there or not. And just because it's pinging a countermeasure doesn't mean you wouldn't hear the pings. Or I don't know if that means it like locks onto it passively. I don't think it should. It's kind of worrisome. So I don't know, like, it's a torpedo. The torpedo could be pinging right now and searching and finding my countermeasures possibly. I actually think they're probably crossing paths right now. The Mark 48 is a little faster. So the 65 centimeters is probably right there right now, probably about 6 nautical miles away from me. But yeah, I had figured out the math at one point. It was basically here, let me get my calculator. I had this calculator since like 8th grade, and I just can't use any other calculator. I know this thing like the back of my hand. So if the torp had launched right now, we're just gonna figure out what the critical distance was when the torp is launched. The minimum distance we have to be to run away from the torpedo. So the torpedo has to run for 26 knots. No, it has to go 26 nautical miles at 50 knots. So you get time, the time it takes to do that, as distance divided by velocity. So 26 divided by 50 knots is 0.52 minutes, or 0.52 hours. So times 60, you got 31 minutes.
Steady on course. 3, 1.
So it'll take that torp 31 minutes to run to the end of its fuel. So what you can do at that point then is take the speed of your own ship and do velocity divided by time. So you can do 35 knots divided by 0.52 hours, and that'll give you oh, wait. We want velocity equals distance, or we want distance, so we want velocity times time, actually. No, that's not right. We already, okay. Distance, yeah, we do want distance, so we want velocity times time, so we want 35 times 0.52. So you need to be 18.2 nautical miles away from the launch of that 65 centimeter to just purely outrun it, minimum. And we don't have that, so it's going to have to hit our countermeasures or something, or we're going to have to fool it into passing by us and keep on going. But right now we're just cooking and booking. Cooking and booking. We could potentially stop and take for a listen, but right now I think I'd rather just keep running at this point. I think that's the better course of action here. Our torp is still going. I don't think it's gone active yet, but I can't to entirely tell. You can turn on a history. If it goes active, it might change. It might pick it up right away and just change course slightly. And looking at the history can tell you that. Pretty good. But yeah, we're still running. I actually, I'm a little curious to stop and see if I can hear that 65 centimeter. I know it's still out there. It's probably right around here right now, at least. Probably coming up on that countermeasure field. If we hear an explosion, we'll know it hit it. If it doesn't, we'll hear pings, and that'll mean it's looking for us, so we can just try it again at that point to launch some more countermeasures or something. If I knew that Akula didn't have any more torpedoes to launch, maybe I would have tried like a Red October move at that point and turned directly into the torpedo's path. But no, he has more torps to launch, so I'm not going to do that because he'll just launch another torp if I just evade that one. That's not what I want. At this rate, we're getting away from the torpedo, we're getting away from the Akula, so if we evade the torpedo successfully, the Akula will be too far away to hear us, and we'll have successfully disengaged from the battle. Because right now we need to get up to that group. That group is more important than one Akula submarine right now. Okay. Torp has started snaking. Has indeed started snaking. It's probably not going to hit the Akula. I would be very surprised if it did. Alright, so I'm sure his torpedo has already gone active then. At least I hope. You're hoping a solution was good enough that it would actually go active before it gets to where you are and not get past your countermeasure field and then go active like right here and then be effed. So we've been running for a little bit here. I really want to like try and stop and take a peek. I just don't know if that's the best course of action right now. We've been running for about 8 minutes here at flank, just about. Now if the Akula was a dummy and it's still staying here, the Mark 48 would probably be locked on at this point, but you can bet your bottom dollar he started running pretty soon there. Got a torpedo coming down constant bearing. You're not going to be sticking around. So my torp's probably not going to lock onto him, and that's assuming that he was actually right there. If my solution was correct, we didn't have enough time to really get up a good solution going on there. You know what? Here, let's indeed do this. Come right here. I'm going to see if I can pick up this 65 centimeter torpedo here. And hopefully the turn will help us bleed off some speed too, but we're going to overshoot a little bit, but that should be fine. Yeah. We'll get our sonar acuity back at about 15 knots. Just about full sonar capability. Is he locked onto something? Nope. Still snaking. Yeah, the Akula's probably... If the Akula was right here, he's probably down here by now. It'll take the torpedo a while to get to him, especially once the snake is going on. Because you're just losing so much of your... so what I mean is that the torpedo is still going this way, but because he's snaking back and forth, you're losing a lot of velocity this way. So he's still going 55 knots, but in terms of heading towards the target, it's probably going more like 30 knots average velocity or something like that. Alright, here, slow down a little bit more, actually.
Make turns for 12 knots, maneuvering on.
The torp should be over here somewhere. Not hearing anything. Which means it's probably still above the layer. Which means I can't see it, which is also kind of scary. I don't know if that means it hit the count. Oh, well, my countermeasures are gone now. Okay. Hmm. Well, at this rate, I kind of just want to run obliquely just to try to get out of the path of its search cone if it does go active at some point. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's quiet out here. It is indeed quiet. If the torpedo was down here, I'd be seeing it, so I don't know what's going on with his torpedo. Don't know indeed. I didn't hear anything about it hitting the countermeasure field. It very well could have. And I just didn't pick up on it. I'm not sure. Not too terribly sure. Why do I still have this P3 up here? So yeah, not too terribly sure about that. I don't know why they still decided to show you your torpedo even though you cut the wire. Like, you basically don't know what it's doing at that point. But they decided to. So, that's fine. I'm not about to go up there and check it out. I'm just about to, like, just head for this waypoint here. Just stay down here and head for that waypoint at full.
All head full. Come on.
Maybe launch some more countermeasures. I don't know. We'll see, but right now I'm basically thinking we dodged that 65 centimeter pretty good. That is what I am indeed thinking. Yeah, Mark 48 here is still snaking. I'm sure that Akula is still cooking and booking. He's probably all the way down here by now. Might run into him later at some point in the game, who knows. But at this rate, it would take us 6 hours to get there. And we're supposed to get there by when? 2,000? So that means we pretty much have to run about flank, doesn't it? Yeah, we have to get there at 2,000, or 2,000 rather. That's 4.5 hours we have to get there in. So we need to go faster. So make turns for... I might as well go flank at this point. It doesn't even matter.
Make turns.
28 knots.
Maneuvering aye.
I'm just trying to find a speed. Just to, the minimum amount of time. What is it? We need to get there in, what, 4.5 hours? Yeah. So this is probably good. We probably have to go a little faster, actually. Yeah, I mean, we gotta go pretty far. We gotta go almost 110 nautical miles or something. Yeah, that's a reason why when you road trip to 100 miles away, you're not going 30 miles an hour the whole time. Probably going more like 60. But yeah, we're under 4.5 hours at this point. So yeah, I mean, I might as well just get to like a nice round 30 here. But yeah, we basically have to run flank to this waypoint to make it in time. So we'll just keep going on this. And yeah, I'm just going to speed up time at this point. There's nothing else going on. We're just going to probably end up hitting some trigger or something to trigger end of mission. So probably like around here. How long is that going to take to get to like right here? About an hour elapsed time, so about 40 seconds in game or something like that, I think. Oh, hey, we got him. Oh, we actually got him. Hell yeah. Sweet. Nice. We actually got a confirmed kill. Wow, he is going down. He is going down. I really did not think we were going to hit him. That is incredible. Awesome. Well, chalk that one up to good luck and nothing else. Yeah, he's about halfway to he's over halfway to the bottom. He is hauling ass. He is going 92 knots. That is nuts. I was like watching him hit the bottom. It's just kind of spooky. He passed through crushed up earlier. That's what that kind of type noise going on is. The secondary explosion. It's crushed depth. Fortunately, they don't model it. Oh, here we go. It's coming in hot. It's crazy, yo. Yeah, we got him. I think we were getting whiffs of a Victor, but he's probably all the way held down here too, so screw him too. But we got him, man. Nice. That's sweet. Awesome. Alright, yep, back to time speed up here. I may end up cutting this out eventually. I can't believe this is actually turning out to be a 6-part mission, man. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It's crazy, yo. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even, like, really hear those subs that much earlier. Wasn't really getting good whiffs of them. Maybe if I sunk one of them earlier, it would have advanced the mission sooner than sitting around for however long we did time elapsed in game. I think we were in here for 4 hours time elapsed in game. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going on this this bearing, and I'll come back to you guys if get that mission complete.
Mission accomplished.
Hey, we just got the mission accomplished. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next mission. Looks like we're gonna be taking on this group, and that could be a doozy. But we got vertical launch tubes, so I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. I am FPS Chasley. See you guys later. Hey guys, welcome to the debrief. Alright, so we got a P3 around this list as an enemy for some reason. He's just flying around doing whatever, so this is the guy we were picking up at first. So moving forward, this is about the time I was getting to periscope depth. For some reason there's a kilo approved in the area. I think that was just to provide a target for the P3 to drop a torpedo, because the reason I mentioned this earlier is that I thought the P3 was dropping against me is because this is what happens in the book. So I just remember that from the book. The P3 is supposed to drop on you. So that's why I made that claim that the P3 dropped on me, because it happened in the book. The Norwegian P3 made a mistake and thought the 688 was a Russian sub. So moving forward again, this is when I'm coming out of that 13 knots like little sprint I was doing or whatever. The Akula launched a few rocket torps over there. I realized they were far away, but then this other one got launched in a different spread, and that's what spooked me and made me decide to get out of there, even though none of those torps were heading for me. I could have just stayed put, would have been fine. But what can you do? But yeah, I ended up getting pretty close to that Akula there, within 10 nautical miles. And here we're just chilling, and this is when the Akula launches a 65 centimeter on me. He had pretty like bad solutions, it seemed like, the whole time. His next torpedo that he launches will be a little like out of the way too. But yeah, here the torpedo's locked onto my countermeasure, and bam. So yep, just hanging out here for a little bit more. I don't think anything else. Okay, no, he launches a few more missiles, and then I picked up these guys, and I rightly classified these as torpedoes being dropped from torpedo rockets. So yeah, those are the guys I realized weren't going to do anything bad against me. And moving forward again, this is when the Akula launches his other 65 centimeter, which was really like off track again. I don't remember if I was heading south or something. Maybe that's why he launched it the way he did. But yeah, his 65 centimeter was going like really far off to the way. It actually locked onto my passive decoy for a little bit. And if we go down to my Mark 48, it locked onto the first passive decoy for a little bit, then continued snaking. The Akula I think he actually peeled back a little bit on his throttle, and then the torpedo was able to find him in the snake. And he gets up to him and sinks him. So yeah, there you go. That other 65 centimeters just snaking out there. So I guess it's good I went off to the side like that. I got away from him so he didn't try and find me on the snake. So we got lucky with that one. I remember not being able to find him, but I think it was because I was beneath the layer. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next mission. Peace.